live demo of our ALP platform now. So let me just go and click on ALP in my favorite bar here. Okay, so I'm in my ALP platform right now. So you can click the link I gave you earlier to enter this page. So you will have login, forgotten password, really work on computer. So before you actually log in, I will say that always click on will it work on my computer. If you are actually the first time user in ALP in your computer, or you're actually an existing user but you just brought a new computer to actually use ALP or any other stuff. So I'm going to click really work on my computer here. So it should have my pop-ups allowed. Okay, this should be very importantly be green because the materials here has a lot of books or games or resources popping up. So you must make sure that pop-ups are enabled. So I'm going to close this and I'm going to log in now. So to log in this, you have your username, your password, and also your school code. And the school code is unique for each schools, meaning that each school will have their unique code and it's case sensitive. You put in your school code and you're ready to log in. If you forget your username and password, you can click here and it will send your username and password to your email address. So I'm going to sign in here. Okay. So this is how my ActiveLearn primary page look like, the home page look like. As I'm the Pearson employee, so I have most of the products described under my name, and Abacus Bar Club, I will have that. So if you are actually a school subscribing for Abacus, you will only see Abacus and the other tools, which is from magazine up to FAQs. And if you are subscribing for Abacus and Bar Club, you will see both of these and the other tools down here. And the most important thing in our ALP website or platform here is the admin part. So before you start your ALP experience, you need to ensure that you're good to go in your admin site. The reason being that you need to know how to create class and stuff like that. You need to have your data of your student and teachers inside in order to have the most of the maximum. You can actually play with the maximum capacity of ALP. So let me go to admin tab here. So this is my admin tab here. So there are many ways to actually put in your data. But for me, I like to go on by creating class and then creating cohorts and then create teachers, pupils, and my last will be group. But there are different ways, different people use different ways to actually inserting data. There's no right, there's no wrong. So let's go by creating class first. So it's very simple. You just go ahead and create class by putting new class. And I'm going to put 2 demo class B here. So I'm going to create class here. So 2 demo class B is created. And I want to create cohorts. So maybe some of you know what it's called, some might not know what it's called. So cohort is the year that the people will start or the students start their reception year. And usually it's complement the year they're in, right? So for example, if let's say you have a new intake on 2020 and 2021, so the cohort should be 2020, things like that, right? So I can create cohort in complementary to what year I'm going to use. So I'm just going to do an example here. I'm going to create cohort for 2020 for this year. So create cohort, and you don't have to worry about cohort because the system will actually help you to decide later on. You will see that later on. I'll show you. So I create class and cohorts. Now I'm going to create teachers. There are 2 ways to create teachers. You can add 1 teacher at one time, or you can add in many teachers at one time. If you want to create many teachers one time, you should go to import tab here. You download the teacher spreadsheet. So once I download the teacher spreadsheet here, I would get this Excel sheet. From here, I can start to input my teacher details and stuff like that. So the required field here would be first name, last name, user type, and email. So I'm going to put in this name. So Nodiana Jana. So I'm going to copy paste here. And me. And then me, and then Nodiana Jana. Okay, and their respective email address. So copy this. The email address should be as complementary with the institutional email address. If you're going to put Gmail, it won't detect, it will give you an error later on. So mine is under Pearson, so I'm going to put at pearson.com, and the class name here. So the class here name, since I already created the two demo class B, so I'm going to put two demo class B here. But like I said, there are many ways to do it. If let's say I have a change of mind, I might want to put two class, year 3 class A, whatever it is, I can still do it here, and the system will automatically add it inside the platform. Okay, and to demo class B. So this is my data, but as what I said before, teachers can go unlimited. You can actually add in how many teachers you want. So I'm going to paste the user data here. So it looks all good here, and I'm going to put next. You don't have to correct the heading or alignment, just go here and put next. So at this point here, you can actually still correct your teacher's name if let's say you have mistake or the email address or stuff like that. So if I correct my no Diana with H, I put a right click here, so it's good. I can do so for others as well. So now all my data is good. So I'm going to create my teachers. As you can see, the username and also password is not added here because I'm actually allowing the system to create itself. If you're very particular on username and password, no problem. You can actually create an extra hidden username and password here and put in the username and password for each teacher. But I'm just going to allow the system to create and then let the teacher update themselves later on. So next. So there are 3 teachers here, all good. Username is done, password is also done. So it will send a link to the teachers. Okay, so I'm going to import the 3 user here, and it will ask my password to ensure that I'm the one doing this, and I'm going to go continue. So these 3 teachers should be added into my platform now. Right, so if I go to teachers here, so I should have my 3 teachers I just created now, Nodiana, Nisha, and Meili. And if I have a new teacher coming in soon, I can also create them by, let's say, Hannah, James coming in the middle of term. So I'm just gonna create for her at pearson.com. Sorry, it's username. So this one should go for Hannah James at pearson.com. I can leave class as it is, or I can go ahead and put two demo class B for her as well, and I'm going to add user. She should be added in my platform here. Right, so it's that easy to do, to add your teachers. So the same thing goes for pupils as well. You can create one pupil or you can create multiple pupils at one time. So I'm going to tell you how to create multiple pupils. So it's going to go same thing, you go to the import tab here, you download the pupil spreadsheet here, and you will get your pupil spreadsheet here. You can add in the required fields. The required fields here will be the most important one will be first name, last name, cohort, and class name. So I'm going to make this big. I'm going to add in the student name. So first one, I put Joe Smith, and then Jane Doe 1, and then another one more, Laurie Dale, and last will be Harry. Okay, should be okay, 3. And the cohort here, I'm going to make them class year 2, so I'm going to make it 2018 as cohort. If you're not so sure, no problem, just put a number and you can correct it later on. Okay, the class here is going to be 2 demo class. And I'm going to copy this whole thing to have it same. So now I've created this data. I'm going to copy this whole data and I'm going to paste it here. Alignment, you don't have to bother, and next. So at this part, you can see that I didn't create username and password. Allow the system to do it as it is. I don't want to crack my head. So I have it all good. At this instant, you want to correct it, you can still go ahead and correct it. But if you don't, it shouldn't be a problem. So I'm going to put next, and I have new user. If let's say there's a duplicated user, if a system will amend it or will tell error. username is here, password is all the same. Because we're talking about small kid, it's good to have uncomplicated password, make it same and easy so that if they lose it, you can still help them to change their password or username, stuff like that. And you're going to import 3 users here. So these 3 pupils will be added into the pupil tab. Okay, so if I go back to class 2 demo, I will have 3 of the student here, and if let's say in the middle of term there's a new student come in, you can still go ahead and have the student. So I'm going to put Sally in the middle. So Sally has a username Sally Chong, and her password you can put simply change me. All right, and is it okay? Change me. So there's a mistake here. And cohort here is for year 2. So like I said, the system will actually help you to decide the cohort. So 2018 for year 2, my demo class B. Okay, add user. So Sally Chong should be added in my class year 2 here. Right? So yeah, that's how technically you create class, cohort, pupils, and teachers. It's very easy. So it's not even hard, right? Okay. The next, okay.